Hello everyone, I'm Eugene with CW3 Drones and welcome to this drone pilot skill development training session. Regardless of whether you're a new or experienced drone pilot, to become proficient, you should take advantage of any free flight opportunity to review and hone your abilities. The purpose for these drone pilot skill development trainings is to enhance those abilities. In this training session, I'll discuss MOCA and why it's important to the success of every drone flight mission. I'll explain the 4-box pattern maneuvers and demonstrate how to perform them. I'm going to share some practical use cases for each of the maneuvers, and finally I'll conclude with recommendations for advanced practice or for further skill development. Now, the intent of this training is to help you develop your drone piloting skills, specifically when flying in manual mode. The goal is for you to be able to conduct the maneuvers smoothly and consistently. So if you're ready, let's get started. To begin with, understand that this training is based on basic drone configurations that can be generalized to most drone types. What isn't displayed in this training is the drone payload or camera angle. The camera angle can typically be maneuvered vertically from 0 to 90 degrees. Now, although there are some drone models that can maneuver 180 degrees or more, we're going to stick with just the 0 to 90 for our purposes. The generic figure of the drone to the right represents the camera location and horizontal direction as seen from above. Most drone cameras are located forward of the drone and have little to no horizontal movement. Typically, to move the drone camera left or right requires rotating the drone left or right respectively. Fortunately, the camera gimbal provides a measure of stability when capturing images. This is a typical scene that might be captured by drone imagery, and this is the scene that I'm going to use throughout this training. For the purposes of this training, the blue arrows indicate the direction the drone is flying, and the concentric blue lines emanating from the drone indicate the horizontal direction the drone camera is facing during flight. Before beginning any flight mission, it's important to establish MOCA, or Minimum Obstacle Clearance Altitude. MOCA is estimated by identifying the tallest object within the flight operations area, then adding at least 20 feet. In this instance, the MOCA is the top steeple of the building. Let's say it's 120 feet. By adding at least 20 feet, the flight mission can be more safely conducted at 140 feet. The drone pilot can operate within the area with less concern of encountering elevated objects as long as they remain at their MOCA of, in this case, 140 feet. Additionally, I recommend the flight line for the drone launch and landing be at the highest ground level point in the area. In this instance, it would likely be the parking lot adjacent to the building. Most drones calculate the AGL, or above ground level altitude, from the launch location, which provides a more accurate approximate measurement for MOCA. Let's start with the standard box pattern. This provides a simple and repeatable maneuver that can be flown at various altitudes and in various locations. In this maneuver, the drone flight orientation remains the same, with the camera facing forward. It is one of the simplest maneuvers to practice and to become proficient with. Some common uses for this particular maneuver include measuring distances or capturing images in a lawnmower type technique. This would allow for a simple and consistent overlap of the images that is captured. The waypoint pattern is one in which the horizontal orientation of the drone is changed in order to have the camera capture images on the drone's approach. This pattern is ideal for capturing boundaries like fencing or other areas that are pre-designated for use. Now, one reason this maneuver is considered complex is because pilots who rely solely on visual observation of the drone instead of also using the monitor or telemetry on the drone's controller may under or overestimate the turn. This pattern is ideal for adjusted limited grid search as well as overlapping capture of 2D and 3D modeling. This thatch work or double grid method enables a more thorough coverage of the area. The POI, or point of interest pattern, requires the drone camera maintain a primary focus of interest. This is an ideal pattern for capturing 360-degree imagery of wide locations, specific buildings, and or other structures. When combined with the previous waypoint pattern and vertical camera adjustments, all angles, including the oblique, can be captured. Depending on the flight mission's criteria and camera payload, survey grade detailed measurements and other information can also be captured. This is also an effective means for capturing overall establishing imagery of location before zooming in for details, as seen in this 3D rendering. The Sentinel Orbit is, as the name might infer, more a means of external observation. This is an ideal pattern for maintaining vigil of areas outside the point of interest. Although sometimes pre-programmed for continuous automated flight, a drone pilot should always have the ability for manual maneuvering. Deviations to the terrain, aggressive bird activity, or other unexpected events should be considered. Furthermore, flying manually allows the operator, visual observers, and secondary viewers to stop the maneuver and concentrate on any areas of interest. Some use cases employ this pattern to supplement other types of patrols or surveillance. This concludes this drone pilot skill development session. So the next time you have some undedicated free time to fly, I recommend you practice these skills and gain even greater confidence in your drone flying abilities. For more information on how to attain individualized training, check out our website or follow us on social. Good luck and fly safe.